welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with a pretty exciting video. I am filming today for you guys my TBR for the OhWhatFunathon. Basically, it is a Christmas readathon that is going on from December 16th to the 23rd. All the information for the readathon will be linked in the down bar. Basically, this is created by Mackenzie. I adore her channel. You guys probably know her. She does have a pretty good following on BookTube. Basically, Mackenzie actually asked me to help her for Twitter sprints, so I'm actually going to be helping out with the readathon. It's the first time I'm actually helping out with anything of the sort, so I'm extra excited for this readathon. Plus, it is Christmas themed, so it's like everything I want. Like, thank you, Santa. So yeah, without further ado, we'll hop on in. I just want to put a disclaimer out there that there's several different ways you can do your TBR for this readathon. Mackenzie kind of split up challenges between naughty and nice. She has 7 for each of the lists. You can combine them. You can do the 7 from one, 7 from the other. Do as much as you can. You can aim for all 14 of them if you're really that brave. So there's no perfect way to do this, or there's no strict way of doing this. You can double up or triple up on challenges if you want. Whatever makes your little heart happy. This is supposed to be a fun readathon. I decided I was going to go and try to do the prompts for the naughty section of this readathon. Not just because I'm naughty, but actually because the prompts for the reading sound more up my alley and kind of work better in accordance to the books I want to read before the end of 2018. So I'll stop babbling because I'm probably boring all of you to death, and I'll just show you the books real quick. The first prompt is actually to stay up all night reading, so you could basically read whatever you want. There's 2 books I'm trying to finish, so I'm putting both of these on the TBR for this because 1, there's no better way to finish a book than staying up all night to read it, and 2, because I really want to finish both of these books, but I might have finished one before the readathon actually starts, so I'm giving myself a little bit more leeway in that sense. The 2 books I want to finish are Ace of Shades by Amanda Foody and The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. Ace of Shades I am halfway through right now. I'm not really enjoying this book as much as I thought I would. This is a book that has a similar idea to Six of Crows, but is not exactly executed the same way. It follows 2 main characters, Anne and Levi, and kind of like a magical world that has a lot to do with gambling and casinos, and hence the title and all the gambling cards on there. I like the characters, but the plot, which basically our main character Anne lost her mother and she's trying to find her in a city of sin, and she asks for Levi's help. He tries to help her, but he has ulterior motives for doing so, and they get caught up in a bunch of shenanigans. It's not bad, just not my favorite, so I'm having a hard time pushing through, so reading all night could help. The other one is The Cruel Prince, and it's just, I dropped this book because other books were coming out, never picked it back up again. So yeah, this is like huge on BookTube, so I definitely want to finish it before The Wicked King comes out in January 29th. The next prompt is to read a holiday romance, and for that I obviously chose Dash and Lily's Book of Dare. I say obviously because if you follow my troll face since 2016 on this channel, I've been raving about this and rereading it every year. I even have a review of my mini face in 2016 talking about how I enjoy it. I can link it up in the cards if you guys actually want to make fun of me, but I do make some valid points in that video. So yeah, this is like a New York City romance that kind of has a scavenger hunt kind of idea, where this book is left in a library and it gives like instructions to the person who wants to follow it to meet our other character. It's great. I love it. Definitely gave me all the feels and still does every year. If I have time, I'd like to read the companion novel as well. The next prompt is to read a book you got for Christmas last year but never got around to reading. And I only got 1 book for Christmas last year, and that is Warcross by Marie Lu. And did I read it? No. Is it typical of me? Yes. Is my TBR ever growing? Again, the answer would be yes, but I'm super hyped for this book, and it's actually signed. Like, you should have seen my face on December 25th last year when I saw that this book was signed. I was like, it was great. So, Warcross is very, very hyped on the BookTube community. A lot more loved than its sequel, but from what I understand from Warcross, it's kind of like a virtual reality world where everybody plays this game and our main character kind of hacks into one of the most important tournaments, and instead of being like banned and like shat on. She actually is hired to help out and make sure it doesn't happen anymore, and it sounds very amazing. It's not a too long of a book. I should really read this before 2019, because if not, I might consider myself even more of a trash failure for not keeping up with my TBR. The next prompt is to read by the fire, even if it's just a screen, because not everybody has a legit fireplace. I do, but I don't want to burn my butt off, so I didn't take a book that would take me too long. For that, I chose my first ever manga, Dreaming Sun by Ishigo Takano. I'm sorry, I probably said that wrong, but she is the author of the Orange manga series, which is very popular. This is a very long series, if I'm not mistaken, and it's kind of like a cutesy romantic feel in my opinion, so I'm very excited to see what it brings. I am very intimidated for reading my first manga, but I really think I'm going to enjoy myself. So this is the naughty list, and because I'm technically going to be naughty after this, I gave myself the liberties to cheat a little bit with the next prompt, which is to read a book about villains. I chose Daughter of the Siren Queen by Trisha Levenseller. This is the companion book, well, like the sequel to Daughter of the Pirate King, which is a duology. This completes the duology, and although there aren't necessarily technically villains, there are mean pirates in there, so I'm going to consider them villains, and I really want to read this book. Daughter of the Pirate King follows our main character, Olosa. She is a kick-ass female pirate who voluntarily gets her ship taken because her dad wants her to go on this mission, and she does, and the entire story goes from there. And this is the second book, but I don't want to spoil myself, I don't want to spoil you, so we're just gonna move on. The sixth prompt is to watch and read How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I love that movie. I'm gonna watch it for sure. I'm not gonna read the book though. I'm making that a movie challenge, not a book challenge. I don't own it, and I don't necessarily want to read it. I'm fine with just the movie. So with all the other books I have to read, I'm giving myself a little break with this one. And the last prompt on the naughty list is to read a book you bought mainly because of the cover. I do that all the time, but for this I chose Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. I mean, I do like Rainbow Rowell, and I do like the premise of this book, but honestly, could you really beat this cover? Two cute guys, I think they like each other. There's some magic, there's some dragons, a bunch of shades of purple, 50 Shades of Purple, there you go. And it is a long book, but everybody's been raving about this, and apparently you don't need to read Fangirl before you read this, so I'm gonna hop on the Carry On train. Choo choo, all aboard. And everybody ships them together, so I'm gonna be aboard that shipping train. So yeah, that completes the TBR. Let me know down below what you guys are planning to read, and please at least consider joining this readathon. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna try to vlog it. I'm done school tomorrow, so hopefully I have time to read and actually do something with my TBR for once. And on that note, I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!